Hello, welcome to a Vinyasa flow class with me, Lucille. This will be a little bit of a challenging Vinyasa, lots of movement, maybe a little bit of a workout, holding some plank. So if you're ready to have a more active and engaged yoga class, please stick around. We'll start here in a seated position, just taking a moment to get grounded. You can gently close your eyes if you like to, or keeping your gaze gently at the floor. Notice your breath here, taking a long, slow, deep inhale through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth. Giving yourself a moment to settle into the space. Letting go of whatever you were doing before this, and not thinking about what you have to do afterwards. Just bringing your complete awareness, your whole presence, the mind, the body, and the breath uniting together here for the next hour. Slowly we'll begin to roll out the neck, bringing some gentle movement, dropping your chin to your chest, and then stretching your head to one side, trying to let your ear meet your shoulder. They won't actually touch, but bring the ear over with the intention of bringing it down to the shoulder. Stretching out both sides of your neck, going back and forth a couple of times. And if you haven't already, I invite you to open your eyes, and we'll take some wrist circles, warming up the wrists. Clasp your fingers, roll them together one way, and then see if you can reverse the direction. Throughout this class, always trying to come back to your breath. Long inhales through the nose and exhaling out the nose or the mouth. And we'll release the hands, placing one hand on the mat, reaching the other overhead. You can try to get your elbow to come down to the floor as you reach your fingertips towards the side wall. Your gaze is up under your armpit, allowing your rib cage, your shoulder to open towards the ceiling. Inhale, come up through center, and exhale as you drop to the other side. Taking a breath here, stretching your fingertips towards the other direction, opening up your rib and armpit. And on your next inhale, coming up through center, and exhaling to the first side. We'll continue this movement with the breath, inhaling as we come up, moving through the middle, and exhale, dropping down. Continue a couple of times at your own pace, inhaling through the middle, exhaling to the side. Really slowly warming up the body, allowing these tight muscles through the side body, underneath the arms and in your hips to loosen, to waken up a little bit. Good. Take your last one, coming up through center, and then we'll turn onto all fours, getting ready for some cat-cow. Placing the palms directly beneath your shoulders, your knees directly under the hips. Your toes can relax and lay flat on the mat. Always trying to engage the abs a little bit to tuck your pelvis so you're not dumping your weight into your low back. We want to try and stay strong and engaged here. And then once you feel you've found a solid position on all fours, then we'll inhale as we drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the butt. And exhale, round in, dragging the chin down, tucking your pelvis in. Really trying to expand your shoulder blades and the back of your ribs as much as you can. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rounding down. Continuing with your cat-cow, noticing your breath. Always see if you can make your breath a little bit deeper and a little bit louder, adding some noise to your inhales and exhales. Good, and then coming back to center, again finding that strong point where your abs are a little bit engaged. And we'll begin to lift opposite limbs. So you can kickstand the left leg back, and we'll lift the left leg up, and lift the right arm. Reaching forward with the fingers, pressing back with the heel. Engage your abs, keep a flat back. And release. Knee and hand go back exactly where they were. Switching to the other side, right foot kicks back, lifting up, left arm reaches forwards, engage your abs, reach forward with the fingertips, kick back with the heel, keeping the toes flexed, pointing towards the ground, and release. We'll do this a couple times on each side. Going back to the first, left leg, right arm. And this time as we exhale, we'll bring the knee and the elbow to meet underneath. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee and elbow meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, rounding down. Inhale, expanding. Take one more. Good, and release the hand and the knee. Moving to the other side, lifting your left arm, right leg. Exhale, rounding down, knee and elbow to touch. Inhale as you extend. Exhale, round. Inhale, extend. Let's do one more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. And release the hand and the knee to the mat. Let's sit back on our heels for a moment. Maybe shake out the wrists. It's a lot of intense weight on the hands. So just rolling them back and forth a couple of times. And then we'll come back onto all fours. And we'll get ready for plank. So maybe moving your hands a bit forward, pressing the toes into the mat, lifting up the hips, holding in a high plank here. Beginning to really bring some heat into the body, activating all your muscles. See if you can bring your shoulders down onto your back, really flatten your back, engage your abs so you're not dumping into your spine. Keep your butt high, hold for one more breath. And knees down. Pause here for a moment. If you need to, again, shake out your wrists a little bit. We'll do 2 more rounds of plank with some movement. So, placing your hands back on the mat, fingers spread really wide to distribute your weight across the whole palm and fingertips. Engaging the knees, lifting your glutes. And then we'll lift the right leg off the ground, keeping the toes flexed, just holding here. Hold for one more breath. Right foot comes down and knees come down. Quick rest. Taking a deep breath. Then coming back into plank, last time, and lift the left leg, really squeezing the left glute, flexing the left toes, holding here, return to the breath, and release the foot down onto the mat, and you can go directly back into downward dog if you're ready. Otherwise, shake out the wrists and then meet us in downward dog. You can walk out the heels a little bit, stretching the legs, pushing actively into your hands, and then bringing your chest towards your thighs while you lift your hips up to the sky and push your heels down to the floor. There's a lot of components that go into a downward dog, and it's hard to keep track of them all. But your focus points should be shoulders, hips, heels. And your shoulders and heels are moving downwards as your hips move up. And by shoulders down, I mean down onto the back, away from the ears. Looking forward, gaze between the palms. Let's step the feet between the hands, coming into a forward fold. Releasing your head, your neck, grabbing opposite elbows. Coming into ragdoll, swaying from side to side a little bit. Release the hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, flat spine. Looking at the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms all the way up overhead and hands at heart center. Pause here for a moment. Return to the breath. If you like, you can bring your hands down at your sides for mountain. Here we can take the feet about as wide as the hips, palms facing forwards, pelvis tucked, abs engaged, and pretend like you have a string pulling on the top of your head, standing as tall as you possibly can, feeling the rooted energy of your feet, and standing tall like a mountain. We'll bring the hands to heart center again and take some sun salutations. If you need to watch the first couple of times, I invite you to do so, but I will provide instructions so that you can come into the flow of our sun salutations. So we'll inhale, bringing the arms overhead, arch back, look up towards the sky. Exhale, extend the hands forward towards the windows as much as possible. My windows, I guess. And exhale all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, placing the hands on either side of the feet. We'll step the right foot back, and then the left foot back. Here in plank. Bring the knees down, then the chest down. Inhale as you come up, moving through cobra. And exhale, flip the toes, push back, downward dog. Gaze forward between the palms. Inhale as you step your right foot forward. Left foot steps forward. Inhale as you stand all the way up, hands overhead. And exhale, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping the left foot back this time. Then the right foot, plank. Exhale as you bring your knees and then your chest down to the mat. Inhale, lifting the chest gently off the mat for cobra. And exhale Turning your toes onto the mat, pressing back, downward dog. Look forward between your hands. Inhale as you step the left foot forward. Right foot forward. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands at heart. So now that we've done 2, we'll do a couple more. I'll keep calling out the cues and we'll move just a little bit faster. Inhale, arms up and back, arch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back, left foot back. Knees down, chest down. Coming up, cobra. Pushing back into downward dog. Stepping right foot forward, left foot forward. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands at heart. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping the left foot back. Inhale, right foot back. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Right foot forward. Exhale. Inhale, standing all the way up. And exhale, hands at heart. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping the right foot and then the left foot back. Exhale, knees down, chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, push back, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead. And hands at heart. Last one, make it your best. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg steps back. Right leg steps back. Knees down, chest down. Inhale, up cobra. Exhale, back, downward dog. Inhale, stepping the left leg forward. Right leg forward, exhale. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands at heart. I invite you to come back into mountain, maybe widening the feet a little bit, taking your arms down by your sides, and just noticing how your body feels different. Maybe you're a little out of breath. Maybe you can feel your heart working, your blood moving in your body. And now forward fold, placing the hands on either side of the feet, and step directly back into downward dog. Again, taking a moment here, and catching the breath. We'll place the left foot on the mat. Inhale, right foot comes high, 3-legged dog. You can take the leg in some circles here. Turning the knee one direction and then the other. And we'll do a couple of planks like before. This time we'll bring this right knee to our chest, coming forwards. And exhale back, right leg overhead. Inhale, coming forward, knee to chest. Exhale, right leg back. Inhale, right leg forward, knee to chest. And we'll come in to a low lunge, so placing that right foot between your palms. Bring the back knee gently on the mat. Placing the left toes on the mat. This is where it's really helpful to have some blocks, or if not blocks, maybe a water bottle or a book, so that you can support your low lunge, giving your hands a place to rest, to be able to pick your chest up off the floor a bit. Making sure your knee is directly above your ankle in a straight line, so we're not injuring the knee. Allowing the hips to fall down towards the ground, really opening the front of the left hip joint, the left hip flexor. And I'll exhale as we push back, coming into half splits, so you can move your blocks or other props with you. Making sure the toes are flexed towards your face as you gently drop your chest towards your knee. We don't want to bring the head to the knee because then you round the spine too much. You want to keep the back flat and engaged as you fold forward over that front knee. Come back into low lunge. You can remove your blocks. We'll place the left hand on the floor and turn towards the right leg, stretching your right arm overhead. You can turn your gaze to look at your right hand. And if you'd like to try, or it feels comfortable for you, you can bend your left leg up and grab it with your right hand. Coming into a low lunge with a twist. This is a really deep quad stretch, but make sure you don't hurt your knee. It can be a bit intense. Gently releasing your foot if you grabbed it, and bringing the right palm back down to the outside of the right foot. We'll tuck the left toes to come up into a runner's lunge, step back into plank, and move through chaturanga, bringing the knees down, chest down, coming up into cobra, and pushing back into downward dog. Taking another round of breath here. Again, trying to focus on bringing the shoulder blades down onto your back in downward dog, pushing your hips up towards the sky, and pushing the heels down towards the floor. You can always be in downward dog with your knees a little bit bent. You don't want to overextend your knees too much. If it feels better to have a little bend, eventually the legs will straighten. We'll come into three-legged dog now on the left side, inhaling the left foot up to the sky. And you can take some little circles with the knee, moving the hip joint around, opening up the leg. And then we'll move through plank, taking the left knee into the chest, moving forwards, holding here. Exhale back, kick the leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Inhale, moving forward, hold the knee at the chest. Exhale, kicking the leg back. Inhale, coming forward, knee to chest. And then we'll place the foot in between the hands and drop the right knee, coming into our low lunge again. Bringing your props or your blocks towards either side of the foot. Allowing your chest to stay high and your hips dropping to the ground a bit. Really opening up the front of the left hip here. Good, and then pushing back into half splits, flexing the toes towards your nose, bringing the blocks towards either side of the knee, folding forward over your front leg, leading again with your chest and not your head, so that we keep a bit more of a straight spine. And we'll move forward again into our low lunge. This time taking the right hand onto the mat, Left arm comes up overhead, reaching your left fingertips towards the sky, gently twisting. And if you'd like to take a deep stretch, again, picking up your back leg, grabbing your right foot with your left hand, opening up the chest, letting your hips open, remembering to breathe. Dropping the right foot back to the mat. Left arm comes down next to the left foot. We'll tuck the back toes, lifting the back leg, coming into plank. Again, moving through chaturanga. Knees down, chest down. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, back into downward dog. We'll move directly to the right side again. This time coming into warrior two. Inhaling the right leg up and stepping the right leg forward between your hands. Turning the left toes towards the side of the room. Inhaling, coming up, straightening your arms. In warrior two, you might need to widen your feet a bit so you can really bend deeply into the front knee. We want almost a 90-degree angle in the front knee, making sure your knee doesn't go over your toes. Your hips are open towards the side of the room, not facing forwards. Make sure they're really nice and open, arms in a T, and gazing over your front fingers. Again, coming back to the breath. We'll inhale, flipping the front palm up towards the sky, and exhale as we arch back, bringing your right arm over your face, reaching the fingers back towards the window. I keep saying window, but maybe you don't have a window behind you. Reaching behind you with the fingers, letting your left arm support you on your back leg. Inhaling up through center. And exhale, reaching forwards, propping your right forearm on your right leg, reaching the left arm, gaze underneath your armpit. Inhale back up, warrior two. Stay here for another moment. Maybe you feel your legs starting to burn. See if you can bend your knee just a little bit more. Taking one more inhale. And exhale, cartwheeling the arms down to frame the foot. Turning the back toes. And moving into plank and through chaturanga, cobra, and back into a downward dog. We'll inhale the left leg up overhead and step the left leg forward, turning the the right toes towards the side of the room this time. So you cartwheel the arms up into a T and bend the left knee forwards. If your leg is like mine, with the left knee coming a bit over the foot, you can walk your foot forward a little bit and then bend again. Check in with your hips, trying to turn them towards the side of the room, making sure your heels are in a straight line, and bend that knee. Arms in a T, drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Hold for a moment. Or flip the front palm. Inhale, arching back. Placing your right arm on your right leg. You can let the hand stay on your calf or on your thigh, but don't put any pressure onto the knee. And then reaching with your left fingertips back as far as you can, continuing to bend deep into the left knee. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, placing the forearm on the front leg and reaching the right arm overhead, gaze underneath the armpit. Taking a full breath here. Inhaling, coming back into warrior two. Maybe feeling the burn in your legs. Staying here for one more moment. One more deep breath. And exhale, turning your foot towards the front, framing your left foot with your hands, stepping back into high plank, and moving through a chaturanga, and back into downward dog. Taking a full breath here, letting the body rest for a moment. We've got one more standing posture. A bit of a challenging one, so I hope you're ready. We'll look forward between the palms, step the right foot forward. I'm going to turn around so I can face the camera. And we'll come back into warrior two. If you have your prop nearby, a water bottle or a block, bring it to the front of your mat. We're going to come into half moon, so you want to place your prop diagonally in front of you. So at the front corner of your mat, if your front foot is a bit back from the front of your mat and exactly in the middle, then we'll place our hand on that prop, turning the hips towards the side of the room, flexing the toes, and then taking your arm straight overhead. Really lifting your back leg, reaching your fingertips up towards the sky. If you're feeling a bit unbalanced in this position, check where your prop is. It should be directly under your shoulder, so you don't want it to be too close because then you fall. If it's a bit in front of you, really allows you to put weight into your hand and hold this pose. Exhale, gently bringing the foot back to the ground. And framing the foot again, stepping into plank, moving through chaturanga, and back into downward dog. We'll move to the left side, inhaling the left foot up overhead, stepping it forward between the palms, coming up into warrior two again, taking your prop, your block, your water bottle, some low, steady object, placing it diagonally in front of you. And we'll hold the right hip, lifting the right leg, turning the hips towards the side of the room, flex the right foot, and extend the right arm up towards the sky. Again, checking where your block is. Maybe you need to move it a little bit forwards so that it's directly underneath your shoulder. Really trying to engage the outside of your glute, lifting your leg high. Good, and gently bending the front knee, allowing yourself to land steady on the mat. We'll cartwheel the arms down to frame that foot. Move again through chaturanga, plank, knees and chest to the floor, cobra. And this time, come onto your knees and push back into a wide-legged child's pose. Dropping your hips towards your heels, walking your arms forwards, stretching out the low back. You can allow your head, your forehead to rest on the ground. Take a moment to let your body melt into the mat. Returning to the breath, noticing your inhales and your exhales. Slowly lift the head, walking the palms up so you come into a seat. We'll bring the knees together and then just come forward onto your belly, making your way flat onto the mat. Here we're going to take some locust pose. This is all about strengthening back body, giving some attention to all of these muscles in your back that help give us a good posture, that help us stand tall, that allow the chest to open up since we spend so much of our time curling inwards. So laying here on your belly, you can let the forehead rest on the mat. Palms, arms at your sides, palms facing up. We'll just begin by lifting up the arms. So really feeling, you can lift your head too, this engagement between the shoulder blades. Activating the mid part of your back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the ribs off the ground as much as you can, keeping your chin tucked and your gaze at the ground, not looking in front of us because this makes too much of an arch in our spine. Want to keep a nice straight spine and release. And bring the hands underneath your forehead and we'll lift the legs. So resting the head on the hands, we'll squeeze the glutes and lift your toes off the ground. Really feeling the energy coming from your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings, pointing your toes towards the back of your room. Squeeze your glutes a little bit more and release the legs. And we'll combine them, bringing the hands down by the sides, palms facing up, head on the floor. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On the next inhale, you'll lift, engaging all the parts of your back body, squeezing your shoulder blades together, squeezing your mid-back, your low back, your glutes, your hamstrings, pointing the toes, keeping your chin tucked. Feel like you're flying like Superman. Stay here for one more moment. And gently release, relaxing the head onto the mat. If you'd like to take bow, you can follow me, and if this feels like too much, then just do locust again. You can grab the ankles, thumbs pointing down, flexing the toes, and when you inhale, press the shins into your fingers, open the chest. Remember to keep flexing your feet down, looking forwards. can lift your legs and your arms a little bit higher. And gently release, bringing everything down onto the mat. Let's push back again through child's pose. Sitting your butt down onto your heels, reaching the arms forwards. And then coming up into a seat. And come to the middle of your mat. And here we'll take a butterfly, allowing the feet to be a bit further in front of you than maybe you normally would. We'll lift the glutes up off your bum a little bit so you can really bring your weight forwards. Beginning to gently walk the hands forward, folding over your legs. If you can't fold very far, try moving your feet out a bit further. When we do butterfly with our feet really, really close to our pelvis, it really hinders our movement and folding forward. And since I want to help release tension in your back and in your hips, it's much nicer to bring the feet forward so that you can guide your chest down towards the floor. Taking a moment here to follow your breath. Good, and pushing your hands back up into a seat. We'll do a little seated twist. So take one leg and tuck it underneath you, and we'll take the other over top, placing your foot on the floor. And then whatever leg you have on top, we want to turn towards that side. Take your opposite elbow and hook it on the outside of that knee, and your back arm can go onto the floor directly behind you. Gently twisting to that side, trying to sit as tall as you can. Remember standing in mountain earlier and feeling this string, this strong line of energy pulling out of the top of your head, making you stand tall. We want to bring that energy to this pose as we're just gently adding a twist. And releasing, switching out the legs, taking your other leg underneath you, crossing your leg over top to the outside of the knee. We'll take the arm, turning towards your leg, hooking your elbow on the knee, and gently twist the opposite direction. Remembering to sit really tall, and bring the gaze to the side of the room or over your back shoulder. And gently unwinding, we'll undo the legs and transition on to the back. If you'd like to release your low back or massage it out a little bit, a great pose for this is bringing the knees to the chest, grabbing the knees with your hands, and then just guiding the knees in some gentle circles. This massages out the back of your hips and your lower back. Being gentle, not pushing too hard on any points that feel a bit sensitive, but allowing this pose to Provide a little bit of movement and massage into the tight places of your low back. From here, we'll take a figure 4 pose, bringing both of your feet onto the mat. And we'll take the right foot and place the ankle on your left knee. Flexing the right toes, we'll lift up the left leg, also flexing your left toes. Gently pulling your knee towards your chest by clasping your shin. And you want to push the right knee away from you as you pull the left knee towards you. Keeping both feet flexed the whole time you do this. And we'll release the left foot down to the ground, taking the right leg off. And switch sides, placing your left ankle on your right knee, reaching through the window of your legs, pulling the right shin towards you as you push your left knee away, making sure to flex both your toes, all 10 toes, flexing both the feet, pulling them towards the knee. As we slow down the class, I invite you to return your awareness to your breath, trying to remain present for the last bit, keeping your thoughts in this moment, feeling all the parts of your body, maybe the most intense parts of the stretch. And we'll gently release the legs, taking your knees down to one side and then the other. Gently releasing the hips, the legs, the low back. Let's do one little happy baby, bringing both your feet up, grabbing from the insides of your feet like this, just above the arch, pulling your toes down towards your face, really trying to root your low back and your hips on the ground as much as you can, and then pulling your knees towards you. People often like to sway and move around a lot in Happy Baby, which is nice and feels good, but once you've done a couple, try to come into stillness and really feel the deep intensity that this pose brings. It's really inviting us to open up the tightest part of our body, to bring some awareness to our hips. And just by laying here and inviting the breath into these tight spaces, we can begin to loosen them up, but only if we're patient. It takes time to loosen all of the walking, the standing, the sitting that we do all day. Just this 1 or 2 minute pose won't do all that much. But if you're here and you're patient and you just allow yourself to relax, little bits of change will add up over time and support the health of your hips. Taking one more deep breath. We'll release the legs. Let's take the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg onto the ground, and we'll do a little spinal twist, dropping your right knee across your body. You can keep the leg bent. You can always use a prop, another bolster or a block. I'll show it this way, so that if your knee isn't touching the ground, you can allow your foot to be on the ground, or you can bring a little pillow or some form of support underneath your knee. I want to try and turn our chest towards the ceiling, and if you want a full extension of the stretch, then turn your head to face away from the leg. And we'll gently come out of this twist and switch to the other side, extending your right leg on the floor and hugging the left knee into the chest, and then turning it over towards your side, trying to open the chest towards the ceiling and turn your head the opposite direction of your leg. Returning your attention to the breath. Notice from the very beginning of your breath, when it enters your nose, moving through your nose, down your throat, filling up your lungs, and then your lungs squeezing the air all the way out, through your throat, through your nose, and back into the world. See if you can slow down your breath. Notice its continuous, persistent flow in and out of your body. Let's bring the left knee into the chest. Bring your other knee into the chest. Swaying from side to side again, releasing the low back. You can hug your knees into your chest. Make yourself into a really tiny ball. Squeeze as tight as you can. And then we'll release everything onto the floor for Shavasana. Allowing your legs to be wide, your toes to fall towards the edge of the mat, bringing your shoulder blades underneath you, turning the palms towards the ceiling, your arms are relaxed at your sides. And just take a few more moments to let this yoga practice completely settle into your body. Shavasana is one of the most important parts because it's when all the integration happens. All the movement that you did over the last hour, all the flexing and stretching and breathing, all needs to settle into your body. So taking this time to completely relax. Begin to bring your awareness back. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. And we'll gently turn the body towards one side. Placing your arm next to you and at your own time, pushing yourself up into a seat. Ending exactly where we started the class. Or maybe we're starting where we ended the class. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this class. Please let me know any feedback that you have or what you'd like to see next. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.